Okay, logistics. What we'll cover in logistics first in the first phase is purchasing. But before purchasing, we'll go for material master. We'll create a material master for a general material when we configure this. And then we'll see how to create materials for other categories. Okay. Starting with material master, then we will configure purchase order. What is a purchase order? How it looks like? Let's have a look. Let's have an overview before configuring our MM part. This is your purchase order. This is how it looks. It has many tabs, many fields, and you have to know what each field does. And purchase order, of course, is connected with vendors, and it has to capture the purchase of material that will affect and record financial entries when at the GRN level. Okay. So this is how purchase order will be configured as per the fields we have taken. After the purchase order, of course, the sequence before the purchase order, we have a PR. First, we'll configure after the configuration of purchase order, we will look at the configuration of PR because purchase order gets all the influence from RFQ, purchase requisition, outline agreement into the purchase order because these things, but we have to have understanding of the purchase order first. Then we'll do our RFQ, request for quotation. Purchase requisition, we'll see how it looks like, almost the same, but with some fields that are less than purchase. Okay, so we have fields similar to purchase order, but less than the purchase order because all of these fields are copied to the purchase order. Okay. And same goes with RFQ quotation as well. All of the data actually goes into the purchase order, and each of these document has a connection integration with other documents as well based on some universal data or master data like purchase organization, purchasing group, categories, plant, storage location. Okay. Based on this, your documents are basically connected with each other. We will see that how. Okay. So once we are done with this purchasing part, we'll go for inventory management, for goods movement, reservation, okay, and for releasing the documents, logistics invoicing verification, for capturing GRN, good receipt note. Good receipt note creates the financial document. Okay. So how does it look like? Myro, this is one of the entries. T26, almost like an invoice. Okay. So we will also see this. So now let's head back to the configuration part. Let's start from there, which is more interesting part right now. I just gave an overview. I'll go for SPRO, reference IMG. This is the configuration node where every module configuration is there for us to configure for the business client. Enterprise structure. This is the first node because you have to create the enterprise and set up everything for the client. And under enterprise structure, where you're creating everything for the client, there's this node definition. And in definition, we create the first steps for our logistics part. So first is valuation level. What is a valuation level? The valuation level is always a plant. Because why? Because the material, the stock, be it raw material, semi-finished goods, finished goods will be evaluated here. What do I mean valuation? Valuation means getting to value, getting the value at the end of the month or at the end of the batch to know the price of the correct price of the true value of the material or the stock. And the valuation level can be a company code as well, but by default, it is a plant. Okay. Define plant. Okay, define plant. Since this is our 45th batch, we'll create new entries and we can say C45, C45, champion group, C45, C45, champion group plant. Okay. Factory calendar GB. What is a factory calendar? These are to maintain the hours of the for the labors, the plant scheduling, because there are 24 hours of factory working as well. This is for that. We'll save it. Country PKIS. Enter. Okay. Now this is a part where we will be storing our request. And what is this request? This request is basically where all the configuration will be stored. C45 champion group MMEWM config. I'm storing with your name so that you can follow the configuration whenever you want to. Save. Okay. Champion group. Done here. Okay. Next is location. What will be the location? Location will be Karachi. Plant C45. Location Karachi. Karachi plant. C45. C45. LHR. Lahore. Subplant. Plus warehouse. PKIS. PKIS. Save. In the same node, save. Division. Now, what is a division? And a division can be for any material group or business. Okay. Like, for example, detergents, IT services, hardware. We can determine this. Okay. New entries. This is universal. We don't need a plant name. So for a company like Imtiaz, we will have many divisions. Okay. We will have divisions for frozen food, fresh vegetables, dairy products, reading material, and so on. Okay. Save. Save. Okay. And we can give this short code for Imtiaz so we can search for it. IMT. Saved. Okay. Division is defined. Now, next comes in the materials management. Storage location, plant C45. Storage locations will be Karachi and Lahore. Karachi. Karachi and Lahore. Save. If you want, you can also save the addresses of the storage location. Okay. Address can be multiple because multiple storage locations are there in Karachi. But we have only K1 Kurangi. KIS. Saved. Lahore. R1. This is Raivan. KIS. Save. Data was saved. Okay. This part is done. Next is maintaining purchase organization, the basic unit, business unit. Okay, C45 or purchasing organization can be also decentralized. This is centralized C45, but we can say purchase organizations will be there as per divisions. What was the division? Fresh food. Reading material. So separate purchasing organizations can be maintained, but this is good for large organizations which are international, which have divisions which are almost business verticals. So we'll keep it C45 purchase organization, or you can say purchase organization Karachi. C45 L purchase organization LHR. Okay. In this way, we can maintain a decentralized way of purchasing units. These units will be responsible to maintain the purchasing of stocks or material. Definition is done. Let's go to assignment. After the assignment, we have logistics again. We will assign a plant to company code. New entries, company code is, we don't have a company code. So what we'll do, we will go to definition, financial accounting, define a company code. Edit company code data, new entries, C45, champion group, Karachi, PK, PKR, English. Save. PKIS. Okay, this is done. Assignment. Assign plant to company code. New entries. C45, plant C45. Champion group. Name of plant. Okay. Save. We can assign multiple plants as well. You can define a plant as per location, as per product, as per division as well. But we have maintained only one. Material management. Assign purchasing organization to company code. These are two steps. Okay. company code, purchase organization C45K, C45K and C45L. Company code C45 and C45. Save. Purchase organization to plant. New entries, purchase organization C45K, C45L, C45. We have plant C45, Lahore. Okay. Once this is done, assign standard purchasing organization. What is the standard? The central, or the configuration of which we want to copy to other plants. C45. Plant purchasing organization will have C45K as the central one. Save. That's done. Okay, assign purchase to reference purchase organization. Now, reference again, purchase organization, C45L, C45K. Okay, allow transaction release order, reference data, save. That is done. Okay. So what we are going to be covering in just a minute, give me in SAP MM. Okay. Okay. Now let's come to some definitions. We have three kinds of procurement: basic procurement, basic, special. Now, what is basic? What is basic? Is basic procurement is acquisition of goods and services at the right time and price. Okay. So there is the minimum order level, minimum order quantity that is to be maintained for procurement. Okay. So basic procurement covers this. While special, what is special? Special is basically custom orders which are used in automotive or aviation, where custom orders are to be procured. For that, special material groups are maintained. Okay. There will be MRP that will be used. MRP will be run for MM production to build this custom order. Or in case of Imtiaz, special orders can be special stock for seasons like Ramadan, for Eid, or for Christmas. You bring and import special special stock for the season. Okay. In case of retail, special stock which is only available for a limited period of time, seasonal, that is special stock. Or in some cases, if there are events like World Cup, there are people who want to have accessories like t-shirts or cups. These are again covered in special procurement. Okay. So in basic procurement, the best part or the most critical part is to keep the minimum prices plus avoid expensive buying, which is at the last time at the 11th hour. Okay. Okay. Next comes in procurement life cycle. What is a procurement life cycle? It can start from quotations, RFQ, PR, PO. Okay, and then GRN. Okay, vendor clearing. That is a typical P2P process. Now, thing is, quotation RFQ is what is about. This is about gathering information. Okay, we gather information. What kind of material do we want? This can be internal. This can be external. How much material do we require? At Imtiaz, of course, there is a season coming for Ramadan, for Eid. You'll have to pre-plan that. That is part of information gathering. How much quantity at how much price? Then we must have, apart from this, we must have supplier list or supplier contact. Okay, we should know, we should have a profile maintained for the vendors, and we should have the schedule what material each vendor will supply at the rate plus the quantity plus delivery time, which is important, right? You wanted 2 days, but the vendor can only supply in 10 days. What to do? You go for another supplier. Okay. So before we start business with supplier, we need to check the background of the supplier. Okay. So we check for the licenses, the products and services they are producing and supplying, right? And apart from that, certifications and list of clients they are supplying to. Okay, and sometimes you can also ask for their balance sheets as well or bank records so that you are sure that this is a legitimate company. Okay. Then comes in negotiation. What is negotiation? We actually want to order 1,000 pieces, but the price quoted is for 10 pieces, so it is higher. So you negotiate for a good price. Okay. So this basically becomes what? A regular exercise to deal with the suppliers with every cycle, but it's not necessary you start a negotiation. You have to set a threshold with every vendor, every supplier. Okay, but you can also go for a contract for an year or for a season or for a month, and in which you fix a rate, quantity, delivery times. Okay, and this is how the procurement activity is planned for your organizations, right? So speaking again, wrapping it up, we have requirement first. We have to determine what is needed. Okay. And then we float the requisition. Or before this, quotation. Okay. Requisition. Then purchase order. And this is all sequential. It is all interconnected. GRN and invoice verification. Okay. So this is how your procurement cycle is defined in a company. Also, external versus internal procurement. What is this? External process is when you have engaged supplier. Okay. And internal is when, like in a catering division, it supplies lunch to marketing department. That's internal procurement. Okay. So this is how a special procurement. Let's also cover this special procurement. Special procurement is a rare order where the quantity can be any and the price negotiation is minimum because it's special procurement. You are making it for a special customer or for special season, right? So that actually wraps up our today's session. I hope you have no doubts, but I want to show you something else as well in SAP. What we have configured so far. I'll go to the first screen and I will go to HE10. This is our user display. And I will click find Control F, C45, C45. Here I will just click these folders and see what we have configured in today's session. Okay.